Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to introduce the concept of sociological imagination. The sociological imagination was created by C. Wright Mills. He was a very well-known sociologist of his time. In fact, we in sociology today still use many of his concepts. He created the concept of sociological imagination because he wanted to find a way to teach undergraduate students how to think like sociologists. And so his idea is that we cannot truly understand what a situation is unless we consider two things: a person's biography and their history, that is, the point in time that they are living. So think about a homeless person. One quick analysis could be that homeless person is lazy, doesn't want to get a job like the rest of us. That's why that person is homeless. That's a quick analysis, but sociological imagination requires that we delve deeper, that we ask, what is that person's biography? What is that person's story? What has that person's life been like? Also, consider what is the time period that this person is living? Because a homeless person today will experience something different than a homeless person 50 or 100 years ago. Here's my point. 50 or 100 years ago, there were very few, if any, programs to assist people who are homeless. However, today, there are many more resources to assist people who are homeless. And so to truly understand why that person is homeless, we have to understand what's that person's story, what have been their experiences, and also their time in history that they're living. And by looking at the intersection between those two things, do we then begin to understand better why that person is homeless? So why might someone be homeless? Well, if we're willing to consider that intersection between biography and history, there are many reasons. It might be due to mental health issues. It might be due to drug or alcohol addiction. It might be due to a gambling addiction. It might be because this person was being abused at home and left. A number of reasons are possible. I want you to also consider yourself here. Consider how, if you're a female and you were born, say, in the middle of the 19th century, right about 1850, well before women had the right to vote, how different your life might have been had you been living during that time period. Your biography, your story would have been very different because of the time period you were living in. Also, if you're a person of color, let's say you were living in 1850. Well, same thing. Your life, your experiences would have been different than if you were living today after the passage of the Civil Rights Movement, or Civil Rights Act of 1964, and of course the Civil Rights Movement that came before that. So again, sociological imagination really just pushes us to think more broadly about why a person might have certain experiences, about why a society might be engaged in certain activities, rather than just making a quick judgment that may or may not be very accurate. I'll see you in the next clip.